Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, here on the CWPA network. It's Sunday, February 14th, 2021 for CWPA Men's MAWPA West Tournament action from the Aquatic Center at Mylan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. Good morning, everyone. Scott Samuel David Weiss here. We have two games on tap today on CWPA.TV.com. First up, at around 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers taking on the McKendree Bearcats. Mount St. Mary's, coached by Alyssa Diacono, assisted by Justin Vink. 2-2 on the season. Actually, scratch that. 3-2 now. Started the season 1-2. Yeah, 2-2. Had to think. 2-2, 2 straight wins. While McKendree is 2-0. Mount St. Mary's, yesterday, the 13th of February, had played one game. And that was against Washington Jefferson. Defeated the Presidents by a score of 17-10. Led by freshman Jason O'Donnell. Came in with 9 goals. He tallied 8 in yesterday's contest. Jason Fitch contributed with 4 goals. Matthew Schwenk posted his first collegiate score. Joseph Maxson denied 58% of shots he faced for 14 saves. Also had 3 assists and 2 steals. 8 of the 17 goals came on counterattacks. McKendree yesterday picked up 2 wins, 24-6 over Washington and Jefferson, and a program great 13-11 win over Gannon. The reason why it's a program great was it was only the second win in 9 tries against the Golden Knights, and it also marked the first time Gannon lost an MAWPC West or even a conference regular season game since 2015. Matthew Haygood led the way with 4 goals in that one. Andrew Serrano had 1. Jackson Spencer had 3. Nico Rodriguez and Josh Carlson also had a pair. Michael Rojas had a tally. Ori Scanlon, 13 saves in the net. Josh Carlson put the game out of reach with 5 seconds left with a goal. It was a 12-11 game against Gannon. So in about 5 minutes' time, it will be the first meeting between the two teams, Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers and the McKendree Bearcats. Final game of the weekend for Mount St. Mary's. McKendree also scheduled to take on Mercyhurst at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern today on Valentine's Day. So coming up on the CWPA network, the Mount and McKendree.
Don't give it to me easy, I like a little challenge. When it feels better when you take a little damage. Slow, learning fast, earning steak, burning wheels, turning this on, going thing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Valentine's Day. Welcome to the CWPA Network broadcast of the MAWPC West Tournament at the Aquatic Center at Mylan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. Our free regular season broadcast is brought to you courtesy of Cap 7 and the Collegiate Water Polo Association. Scott Samuel David Weiss here on the call for CWPA.TV.com. Hope you'll be nice and toasty with some MAWPC West action. Our 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern game features in the dark caps Mount St. Mary's University Mountaineers of Emmitsburg, Maryland, and in the Whitecaps, the McKendree University Bearcats. Mount St. Mary's, 2-2 on the season, coming off back-to-back wins, including one on February 13th yesterday, a 17-10 victory over Washington and Jefferson. Jason O'Donnell, a freshman from Beaconsfield, Quebec, led the way with 8 goals. He came into the game with 9, so he nearly doubled his output. Meanwhile, McKendree, 2-0 on the season after 24-6 victory over Washington and Jefferson and a 13-11 win over Gannon last night to snap the Golden Knights' streak of regular season wins in conference play, which dated back to 2015. 2016, 17, 18, 19, Gannon did not lose a regular season conference game. Only marked a second win in 9 tries for McKendree against the Gannon Golden Knights. Your officials for this tournament: Andy Madsen scheduled to be the head ref, joined by Elijah Fellers. Melissa Diacono, first-year head coach for the Mount, since this is Mount St. Mary's first year with varsity water polo. McKendree, coached by Colleen Wishley, assisted by also has an assistant, Zach Roper. And it's the 3rd year for Lishley as the head coach. McKendree in white going left to right, and it's the Mount in dark going right to left, and it's Mount St. Mary's to start it off. And keep an eye out for number 5, Jason O'Donnell, coming off an 8-goal performance in a win over Washington Jefferson yesterday. Now from the 2 position, 7 seconds on the 30-second shot clock, and it'll be gobbled up by McKendree. McKendree can get explosive on offense. 16 straight conference games with double figures on offense. Ordinary foul. Off the hand of the keeper. 2-meter for McKendree. Joseph Maxson had 14 saves in the 17-10 win over Washington and Jefferson yesterday for the Mount, and it will be the first power play opportunity for McKendree. Set up inside for the 2. Watch out for Matthew Hagan, number 20. He had 4 goals in the 13-11 win over Gannon last night. Set inside, fired. And there was an unsuccessful power play for McKendree, and now the Mount on the attack inside the 2. Ori Scanlon, 2-time MAWPC West second-teamer, has it. Scanlon had 13 saves in the 2-goal win over Gannon yesterday. And read a motion, and it's off the crossbar. McKendree also has a contest against Mercyhurst 1 p.m. this afternoon here. And then next weekend, more MAWPC West action scheduled to take place. Off the arm of Scanlon, there will be a 2-meter for the Mount. About a minute into the contest, no score. Mount in dark, and McKendree in white. Trying to set up inside, digging ahead. Looks like we're going to have a 5-meter penalty throw for the Mount. Wondering if it's going to be O'Donnell to take. Number 5. It looks like it would. The freshman from Beaconsfield, Quebec. We'll take it. And cash in. Jason O'Donnell with his 18th goal of the season. And it is now Mount St. Mary's in dark 1, McKendree in white 0. O'Donnell, reigning Rookie of the Week in this division. Could be more honors to come for him this season. Now McKendree on the attack and will respond. That is Nico Rodriguez, who can give you goals here and there. And it is now McKendree in white 1, Mount St. Mary's 1. McKendree has won 7 straight MAWPC West regular season games entering this contest. We'll hit the end line. Goal throw for Colleen Wishley squad. Scanlon now with the outlet, already inside 6 meters to the near side. That looks like Michael Rojas. Oh, beautiful feed in the finish. Matthew Haygood with the tally. 2-1 Bearcats now. 2-0 run for McKendree over the Mount. Haygood earned first team MAWPC West of 2019, becoming the first Bearcat to do so. This is a program that became varsity in 2017. Greg Emdy was the first head coach. Sadly, he passed away on February 4th of this year. We might have had an offsides on the Mount. So after the goal by O'Donnell, McKendree able to settle down and get responses. Now at the point, showing motion, there is a deflection. Would be possession for the Mount. Showing motion, fires and hits the back of the net. O'Donnell does it again, and it is now the Mount 2 and McKendree 2. While McKendree right now is technically in the driver's seat at 2-0 after defeating Gannon, the gauntlet of this division, yesterday by 2. Can't underestimate the Mount. Yeah, the Mount lost its first 2 games, but has won its last 2. So the Mount feeling a little confident. The ball is turned over. And now Mount St. Mary's on the attack. Mount St. Mary's scheduled to take on Salem in 6 days from now in Emmitsburg, Maryland, as a makeup. The circumstances permit. And now the Mount hanging in there with McKendree. The 2018 MAWPC West Tournament champ finished second last year. Pounded away and secured by Ori Scanlon. And this is the Mount's first season in program history. Takes a skip shot and deposits. Well done for Andrew Serrano. And it's now McKendree in white leading 3-2 over the Mount. McKendree is a Division II program in NCAA. The Mount, NCAA D1 in the Northeast Conference. Though this is an NCAA matchup, MAWPC West region in Morgantown, West Virginia. O'Donnell now showing motion. He's going to fire. Not showing the love on that one. Taken away by Java Osorio, who had over 30 goals in the 2019 campaign. Keep in mind the fall 2020 season was moved to winter 2021. Players are allowed to stand or sit on the bench. That gets past the keeper. McKendree is back up by 2. I think that might be Serrano again. So Andrew Serrano, his second goal to make it 4-2. O'Donnell has both goals for the Mount, as we're about 2 or so minutes remaining in this first. Keep in mind, 4 8-minute quarters of regulation compared to 7-minute quarters in club. 30-second shot clock per possession, showing motion now at around 6 meters at the 4, which is the right flat. It's a wet pass, another wet pass for the hole, lost the handle. Good pick for McKendree. Now McKendree trying to run up the score even further. Trying to go for the catch and shoot. A little too close for comfort that time for Mount St. Mary's. Now the outlet. Finding motion, skip shot, wide left, pardon. But to the right of the keeper, Scanlon. Scanlon not wasting any time, and so is McKendree. Nico Rodriguez, no, that's Matthew Haygood with his second. And I believe Colleen Wishley will call timeout. 2:10 to go in the first period of play. It is the McKendree Bearcats in the white 5, Mount St. Mary's in the dark 2. And for those of you wondering about whether or not there were any freeway ties for Jeopardy, Mount St. Mary's actually has a connection to that. Back in 2007, Jeopardy had its first freeway tie, and it involved a contestant by the name of Scott Weiss, no relation to me, a mathematics professor, I think an assistant professor of math at the Mount, and he and 2 other players tied, and I believe to this day, in the Alex Trebek version, the only freeway tie in Jeopardy history. So it was a cool nugget about the Mount, that there was a professor who was involved in Jeopardy's first freeway tie. So 2:10 to go here in the first period of play. 5-2 Bearcats. Follow us on Twitter at CWPA Water Polo for streaming information, schedule updates, and more regarding the sport. That's at CWPA Water Polo, the Twitter account focused on Collegiate Water Polo Association varsity. Hard to believe that the season just started in the MAWPC not too long ago this season, and in 2 weekends from now, February the 27th and 28th, if the circumstances permit, plan on having the MAWPC West Championship Tournament in Erie, Pennsylvania. The top 2 finishers in that competition would advance to the following weekend's MAWPC Championship against the 6 MAWPC East programs. And that's tentatively scheduled to take place at the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. McKendree Mount will love a trip there. But again, circumstances had to permit not only for your results, but also for health and safety guidelines. We've had quite a few games postponed or canceled this season. In fact, yesterday and today there were supposed to be games involving George Washington and the Naval Academy. Those were canceled. Bucknell could not play its games this weekend in men's action. So the Mount, out of the timeout that was actually called by Alyssa Diacono, Colleen Wishley's squad's up by 3. Takes the shot off the post. You can't just rely on Chari O'Donnell. Jason Fitch is also a player you can rely on. Goalies are also allowed to cross the half-distance line. New for this season. Of course, in past seasons, you're used to 2-meter and 5-meter area, but now there's a 6-meter line. 5-meter is used for penalty throws. Now from the point, and there are 2 minutes to play in the first, 5-2 in favor of the Bearcats. The Mount has scored double figures in back-to-back games. Both were wins. Mount did have a game in which it scored 13, 26-13 loss to Salem back on January 23rd here at Mylan Park, but that had been considered an exhibition. Take it back, and gets past the keeper for another McKendree goal. Nico Rodriguez joins a trio of 2-goal scorers. It's 6-2 now for McKendree. Rodriguez, Andrew Serrano, Matthew Haygood have 2 apiece. And number 5 in dark, Jason O'Donnell, has the lone 2 tallies for Mount St. Mary's. Set up inside, a 4-goal lead. Lost the handle. McKendree comes up. Bearcats now looking for added insurance, and in the process gains a power play. And the right side now at the point. Set back to the 5 inside. Good feed, but can't connect. And McKendree unable to respond. Shot clock's unplugged. And this could be the final possession of the first period of play. Now to the right flat, takes a wet pass at the half distance area. Set up. But an offensive foul. See if Scanlon could set up something. There will be a power play. Time about to expire. That will do it for the first period of play. And after 8 minutes, it's McKendree in the white cap 6, Mount St. Mary's in the dark 2. 3 scorers with 2 apiece for McKendree. And it's Jason O'Donnell with 2 tallies for the Mount.
Hi, I'm Jack Bowen, and here's this week's goalie tip of the week. Today we're going to take a look at attacking a front court offense when you have a right-handed player at the left-handed wing. And one of the things that we want to think about as goalies is always honoring the shooter, but also thinking a half a step ahead of them. So when you have a right-handed player at a bad angle down on this side of the pool, instead of honoring them at the perfect geometric angle here, we can cheat back and still honor the shooter. Because if I'm here and he makes a pass across the field of play, I'm hung out to dry. And so instead, I'm going to cheat off of him a little bit geometrically to here. Now you can see my body's still honoring him. I'm not here or on my back. My shoulders are squared to the shooter. But if I'm in a game situation now and he makes the pass here, I'm set on the shooter. Whereas if he shoots, my body is still balanced to make the save. For more goalie tips, check out Collegiate Water Polo Association's video library.
Be sure to check out our new CWPA remote series, Professional Edition. Olympian George Gross Jr. interviews water polo alumni for a variety of schools and professions. We take a look at how water polo helped them in college and beyond. New episodes are scheduled to come out every Thursday, circumstances permitting. Be sure to like and subscribe on the CWPA YouTube channel. Andrew Serrano, Matthew Haygood, Nico Rodriguez, 2 goals apiece to lead McKendree. Jason O'Donnell, number 5 in dark, has the 2 scores, including a penalty throw conversion for the Mountaineers in dark. McKendree in white will swim left to right. Mount St. Mary's in dark, right to left. Teams will be swimming in these positions for the remainder of the game. In the past, you would switch ends after the first half, but due to health and safety guidelines, teams can elect to stay in the same attacking area, in the same game, all 4 quarters, and stay at the same bench. 15 on the shot clock. Goes out of play. Maurice Scanlon at the goal throw. So 6-2 McKendree. Third of 4 games this weekend for the Bearcats so far, a 2-0 showing. Big leader motion, skip shot. Out of play. We'll throw for the Mount. Scanlon able to get the denial. Now on attack. Showing motion, catch, but it's off the crossbar on the pounce. Now inside, showing and connects it. Jason O'Donnell with the cap trick. His third of the game and 20th of the season for the freshman to make it now 6-3 in favor of McKendree. And boy, if this would have been a regular season, as in one that was not shortened due to health and safety concerns, O'Donnell could look at perhaps 100-goal campaign with the way he performs. Looks like actually Eli Fellows, who had it number 8. Ben Dable's number 9. And Ori Scanlon will pick it up from there. Now McKendree on the attack, going left to right on the Mount N, and that's over the net. And here's a goal throw for the Mount. Set up inside, but confiscated by McKendree. And Mount St. Mary's next game is scheduled for February 19th at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern against Salem in Emmitsburg, Maryland. Now we'll pull it back. Shot clock winding down. Will be a kick out, so McKendree on another power play. And if a player gets 3 exclusion fouls, he will be disqualified and cannot return. Rodriguez. Now to the point. Fires and scores. It's Jackson Spencer. He had a trio of goals in a 13-11 win over Gannon last night. This is the Yakino squad now down 7-3. It appears for the time being, according to the schedule, that the 1 p.m. Eastern game today against Mercyhurst for McKendree will be the last regular season contest in MAWPC West play for the Bearcats. It's been that type of year where games have been few and far between, of course circumstances permitting. Mount St. Mary's back on the attack, heading right to left and dark. Inside 6 meters, blocked in the field. Looked like an elbow. You are allowed to use your elbow. You can't use both hands in the field, otherwise a penalty throw will be awarded. McKendree now we'll look for room. Time running out on the shot clock. About 5 or so minutes to go in the second. Good take there for the Mount. Now the Mount back on the attack. 15 on the shot clock. Good take there. Cap comes off though. And it is a goal for the Mount. It is not Jason O'Donnell. We'll have to go off and get his cap. In case you're wondering, the Mount has 2 goalies, Marco Kruska and Joseph Maxson. If you see a number 10 in the pool, that means Joseph Maxson is defending the pipes because Kruska would be in the field. By the way, Kruska had the first goal in program history in the 26-5 loss to Gannon on January 23rd. Now another power play opportunity for the Bearcats here in the second quarter. And he gets it past Kruska, I believe, to make it 8-4. Another goal for Haygood, his third of the game. Matthew Haygood, junior out of Chino Hills, California. McKendree was 6 in the first and 2 in the second. And the Mount were 2 in the first and 2 in the second. So 8-4. Picked up by Scanlon. McKendree now back, but lost control, and here comes the Mount. And St. Mary's now on the aggressive side. Melissa Diacono, the head coach, had over 150 goals during her varsity career at San Diego State. She knows a lot about scoring. Looks like the 5-meter will be awarded. There might have been interference at the 2-meter area. And that is an easy call to make if you're an official. Nico Rodriguez took it, but couldn't collect. Missed opportunity leaves this at 8-4 McKendree in white. And Bearcats 16 straight conference games with double figures. 22 games in a row with 10 or more goals on offense. McKendree has. Pushed aside by Kruska. If not Kruska, that would be Maxson. I believe it is Kruska. And Kruska upset on himself, because it's a goal from Cap 6, Abraham Allen, getting on the board for the first time. 9-4 now in favor of the Bearcats. Close to the waning moments of the first half. Fortunately, it's a 32-minute game and not just one half. 5-goal edge for McKendree. Looks like there would be an exclusion foul against McKendree and a timeout as well. So the Mount takes the timeout. 2 minutes 3 seconds. That's the second for the Mount. Score is 9-4. McKendree will step aside a little bit.
Cap 7 is a small company that started out of the back of our garages, and we were doing clinics and camps around the country. We pride ourselves as a company with Cap 7 and Turbo to sponsor as much and give back to the sport as much as we can. Last year we gave over $250,000 back to the sport, and all our products are built by water polo players and for water polo players.
It's your #1 video source for everything water polo, the CWPA YouTube channel. Check out our Tip of the Week series, Inside Water Moments, highlights, Game of the Week, and more. Make sure to visit youtube.com and search CWPA Water Polo. McKendree leading this one 9-4. Alyssa Diacono called a timeout for Mount St. Mary's, the second of 3 timeouts already used. Jason O'Donnell has 3 of the 4 Mount tallies. As for McKendree, 3 goals for Matthew Haygood, 2 apiece for Andrew Serrano, Nico Rodriguez, and 1 apiece for Jackson Spencer and Abraham Allen. And still in the second quarter, close to 2 minutes remaining. Not too much time left in this half, still a little. 15 on the shot clock. It is a power play for the Mount. I believe the first of the contest. Shot clock was about to expire, but the Mount able to make a deposit. It's O'Donnell with, I believe, at least his 4th of the game, and it's 9-5 now. I think that's 21 goals of the season. Entered the weekend with 9. By the way, in the 17-10 win by the Mount yesterday over Washington and Jefferson, out of the 9 shots he attempted, he scored on 8 of them. 8 out of 9. He can be a dangerous player on the attack. 2-meter corner had been awarded to McKendree at the 1. Good bat by Kruska. Marco Kruska has to be careful. Now the Mount gets it back. A lot of hollering in the pool, heading right to left and dark. Ori Scanlon has to be prepared defending the pipes. Ordinary foul. Now back up top. Wet pass toward the far side. 13 on the shot clock now. 4-goal difference. Shot clock will reset, as it will be another power play. Mount on the attack and the extra man. Now we'll feed inside, and that's a good catch. And pounce. Jason Fitch. 4-goal performance in the win over W&J yesterday. He's on the board now. 9-6 is the score. And the Mount looking to continue this run. Leads down the free for McKendree. Kruska ready in front. However, there had been a foul called. And it will be another power play. And this time, it's a knock. It's a goal for Cava Osorio, number 21. His first to make it now McKendree in white 10, Mount in dark 6. And for McKendree, that's the 23rd consecutive game with double figures and the 17th straight in MAWPC West play. Most goals McKendree has scored in the game in its brief history dating back to 2017, 25. And McKendree right now on the attack, but that will do it for the first half of play. So after 2 quarters, it's the McKendree Bearcats in white 10 and the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers in dark 6. So 2 in the first, 4 in the second for the Mount, with at least 4 goals from number 5, Jason O'Donnell. 6 in the first, 4 in the second from McKendree. 3 from Haygood, 2 from Serrano, 2 from Rodriguez, and solo tallies from Cava Osorio, Jackson Spencer, and Abraham Allen. Stick around here for more MAWPC West action from Morgantown, West Virginia. After this, tip of the week.
Tip of the week. Hi, I'm W.Va, and today we're going to talk about what we're doing with our legs as we finish our shot, okay, transitioning from an egg beater to a strong breaststroke kick. So when you're shooting the ball, you want to get as much power as you can, and we're trying to use our whole body. So we're not just using our arm, we're using our abs, our back, okay, and even our legs to finish it off. So if you think about it, an egg beater kick, you're doing one leg alternated with the other. Okay, and if I want to get maximum power, I'm going to do a strong breaststroke kick with both legs at the same time, thrusting forward to get as much velocity on that ball as I can. So as I'm faking the ball, I'm in a regular egg beater position. I'm egg beatering hard, okay? And as I'm about to shoot the ball, I'm going to accelerate, draw both legs up, and do a breaststroke kick as I come forward and bring that ball. So I'm going to do a breaststroke kick. I'm transitioning from that egg beater, coming up, recoiling my body, getting my legs into that frog position, where I try and get them up for as much power as possible. If I keep my legs low, I'm only kicking with a little bit of energy, pushing a little bit of water. If I can draw my knees higher, also if you're more flexible, it's really helpful. Okay, so anytime you're working on egg beater, okay, it's really good to make sure that you're stretching, okay, when you're out of the pool, trying to get as much flexibility as possible. The more you can torque your leg up, the more water you're going to be able to push. Okay, so again, I'm egg beatering, transitioning, and finishing with a strong egg beater as I come forward. Let's check it out one more time. So we talked about our legs. The last thing we're doing is with that offhand, we're going to be also pulling water behind us so that it pulls us forward. So as I'm doing that breaststroke kick, I'm pulling with my left hand, trying to grab as much water as possible, while at the same time following through on my finish. Okay, so a lot of players will use that offhand to really maintain their vertical position in the water, but once they shoot, they just let it sit there. Okay, so you want to remember that you're going to use that offhand to help get out of the water, and then once you're coming forward, you're going to use it to pull forward as well. So you're using it every way you want to make your position better or your shot better. You're activating every part of your body really, but finishing with that left hand or right hand if you're a lefty.
McKendree 10, Mount St. Mary's 6 here in MAWPC West action from Mylan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. McKendree 6 in the first, 4 in the second. McKendree in white going left to right. Mount in dark, 2 in the first, 4 in the second for 6 going right to left. Got confirmation that the goal scorers for the Mount, 4 for O'Donnell. Jason Fitch had 1. Eli Fellows, number 8, also had a tally. Weren't sure who all the scorers were, but we got confirmation. O'Donnell 4 and single tallies for Fellows and Fitch. For McKendree, 3 for Haygood, 2 for Andrew Serrano and Nico Rodriguez, and solo tallies for Osorio, Spencer, and Allen. Third quarter now underway here at Mylan Park. Mount St. Mary's in dark, going right to left with the lock. 4-goal difference, so the Mount's still hanging in there. You need to be smart for decision making. 10 on the shot clock, inside for the hole. There was a push off. Possession now for the Bearcats. Kruska is thankful that the crossbar denied it. The Mount right now close to the half distance area. The next game for the Mount scheduled for February 19th, 5 p.m. Eastern against Salem at Mount St. Mary's, circumstances permitting. This would be the second to last MAWPC West game for McKendree. The 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern game against Mercyhurst would be the Bearcats' tentative last regular season contest for now. And McKendree back on attack. Set up for the hole. Now the play by Kruska. Well, I think that was after the fact. So will be outlet time for Marco Kruska. Now the 2 possession. A good takeaway from Matt Haygood. Haygood in 2019 also Association of Collegiate Water Polo Coaches All-America D2 second teamer. And that's a good response for him. That's actually Nico Rodriguez, though, on the tally. And for Rodriguez, his third of the contest to make it now McKendree in white 11. Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers in dark 6. A couple minutes into the third quarter. The last time McKendree had been held to 11 or fewer goals was a 14-11 loss to Occidental College on October 4th, 2019 in the Gary Troyer Invitational. Set inside, 3 in the shot clock. The ordinary foul at 2 meters. Dry pass, will take the shot. Shot clock did reset as it went off the crossbar. And the Bearcats take it. They went left to right in white. McKendree now looking for its 8th straight MAWPC West regular season win. Saved there by Kruska. Bearcats haven't lost a regular season conference game since October 12, 2019 to Gannon, 19-15. Each of McKendree's previous 5 meetings, including last night the 13-11 win over Gannon, and involved both teams scoring double figures. Well, actually, each of the last 4, each of the previous 5, McKendree had double figures, to be accurate. The laser goes through for another score. It is Haygood making it 12-6. His fourth tally for McKendree. 12-6 now, Bearcats. The lead's up to 6. 6 in the first, 4 in the second, 2 in the third for the Bearcats. 2, 4, and 0 for the Mount. Mount St. Mary's hasn't had an overtime game yet in its brief history. Scanlon does concede the goal. It squeaked by, and it's the second goal of the game for number 8, Eli Phalos, to make it 12-7, McKendree in white over Mount St. Mary's in dark. Bearcats now on the attack. This is the third game already this weekend for McKendree. Second of 2 for the Mount. And hopefully everyone, you are having a wonderful 2021 Valentine's Day so far. O'Donnell trying to share as much love as he can in the water. He has 4 of the 7 goals for the Mount, but McKendree not being too kind right now to the Mountaineers. Looks like it will be a power play opportunity from the other end for McKendree, at least a 7th already. Now we'll take it inside. That's Pedro Osorio. Escava Osorio. Back to Haygood. Haygood not getting out of sorts there. The 5th goal of the game for number 20, Matt Haygood. And it's now Bearcats 13, Mountaineers in dark 7. The lead back to 6 for McKendree of Lebanon, Illinois. McKendree was last at the MAWPC Championship Tournament, which involves the MAWPC East as well. Back in 2018, went 1-2 in that one. This McKendree team against Bucknell, George Washington, Navy, Fordham, Iona, LaSalle could be a little tough. But you never know what you'll see with this squad. Really explosive on offense. Now another opportunity, batted over the end line by Kruska. 2 meter here for McKendree. We'll take it from the 1. Shot clock winding down, off the crossbar, and in! Cava Osorio with his 2nd marker. Number 21 in white. It's a little unfortunate bounce from Marco Kruska to make it 14-7. Bearcats, its largest lead now. Mount St. Mary's might have one more full timeout to use and a 32nd if it hasn't used it. McKendree good on timeouts though. Mount St. Mary's does not have a deep bench. Really have about 8 field players, and you can always sub out Kruska for Maxon, and Kruska can switch to cap 10 and play in the field. Keep in mind Kruska has the program's first goal. Mount will get it back. There had been a foul against the Bearcats. McKendree will take it away. Corey Scanlon's still in there. The other goalkeeper is Jimmy Cronin, a freshman for McKendree. He played the whole second half in a 24-6 win yesterday over the Washington Jefferson Presidents. W&J, and proceeded to lose to this Mount St. Mary's squad 17-10. So the Presidents are done this weekend in scheduled competition. Mount, though, needs to find a rhythm. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the third, showing motion off the noggin of a Bearcat. Now the feed ahead. Showing motion in the driver position. Vroom, vroom. That's Matthew Haygood with his 6th score of the contest. And McKendree stretches the lead now to 15-7. Three goals this quarter for Matt Haygood. Now the Mount in a heap of trouble. Now early on, Mount trying to hang in there. Trailed 6-2 after 1 and 10 and 6 at the half. Can't find that opening and no players follow through. Cava Osorio dribbling left to right now for the Bearcats. There's time coming close to expiration in this third. Taking it now from the right flat. Osorio from his left hand and follows up with the dime. And score there by Nico Rodriguez. It's the 4th time he's on the board in this game. You got 2 players with at least 4 goals. You have Rodriguez, and Haygood has 6 for McKendree. Jason O'Donnell has 4 to lead the Mount. Eli Phalos has 2 and Fitch 1 for the Mountaineers. But 16-7, and this is really out of hand right now for Lissa Diacono. That was a quick score. 16-8. So, not a bad response, but still, steep hill to climb. The Mountaineers, well, they're used to climbing mountains, but McKendree is a tough team to overcome such deficits at this stage of the game. And this is the first true graduating senior class in program history. This varsity program began in 2017, and the Mount, it's another one from Phalos, trying to pull the Mountaineers into striking distance. It's got a couple in this game. It's now 16-9. Mount trying to make this the 4th straight game with 10 or more goals. Well, that's a laser beam to the right side. Getting in on the scoring is Adam Serrano, number 19. So both Andrew and Adam Serrano finding themselves on the score sheet. Shot clock is unplugged. 8 goal difference. 1 touch off of Scanlon. The 2 be there for the Mountaineers. From the 1, skip shot. Out of play. Get a do-over. From the 1. From the 5, sorry. That's the 5 position. And there'll also be a power play in store. And that could carry over. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter of play here at Mylan Park. 17-9 is your score right now. Another solid showing from McKendree, a 7-3 scoring run. And the Bearcats trying to improve to 3-0 on the season and weekend.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
Hi, I'm Wolf Weiger with Cap 7. There's one more quarter to go in this game. Fourth quarter coming up now.
The Alumni Initiative is an important program established by the Collegiate Water Polo Association. We're asking graduating seniors to get involved after their collegiate seasons are over by either becoming a referee, mentor, coach, or financial supporter. By engaging our alumni after graduation, we can, of course, add programs, make playing more fun, and reduce costs. If you or someone you know is interested, contact the league office at 610-277-6787 or send an email to office@collegiatewaterpolo.org. McKendree trying to make this 8 straight regular season MAWPC West wins and improve to 3-0 on the campaign and in the conference. 2-2 record on the line right now for the Mount. So Eli Fellows had a couple of tallies in the third for the Mount. O'Donnell has at least 4 for the Mountaineers, but right now it's not enough. Equal deficit Mountaineers are staring at. So final quarter of regulation, just 8 minutes to go here. Unless the Mount goes on a rampage. So MSM going right to left in dark, McKendree in white. Left to right, so left to right in white, right to left in dark, Mount. And it will be McKendree getting it. The Mount ended the third quarter with a power play, but since it did not get possession on the sprint, power play unsuccessful. The Mount able to get it, Marko Kruska with it from Serbia. If I'm not mistaken. It's the left side and in. O'Donnell is back on the board with at least his 5th. And now it is the 4th straight contest that counts. In which the Mount has double figures. Had 2 games in which it scored 10. 17-10 win over W&J yesterday, and now 17-10 trailing here. So that's at least 22 goals so far for the freshman Jason O'Donnell from Beaconsfield, Quebec. McKendree now setting up in the driver and finds an opening and finishes. Looks like Java Osorio with at least his 3rd, so Osorio has 3. Haygood 6. 4 for Nico Rodriguez, 2 for Andrew Serrano, and 3 players with solo tallies. McKendree, fine roster of various scoring options. Program to begin varsity in 2017 under Greg Emdy. Great growth since then. Anyone who was a freshman then, now a senior. Sometimes it takes a while to gel in this program. It's done so quicker than a lot of may have anticipated. Here's the catch. No scoring there. Marco Kruska will do the honors for the Mount. There's 7 or so minutes left in this contest. 18-10, McKendree. McKendree was last held to 9 or fewer goals in a 20-8 loss to Harvard on September 8th, 2019 in the Bruno Classic. That Harvard team last year was undefeated in the regular season. Matthew Haygood, give him 7. He's got at least 1 each quarter. It's 19-10 now. Cap 20. Have a game. Junior from Chino Hills. This is the 3rd season for Colleen Wishley at the helm. 3rd season for Haygood, and he's been one of the go-to scorers she could rely upon. By the way, in case you're wondering, this might be the first matchup in MAWPC West history in which both head coaches in a game are women. We've come a long way for that. Melissa Diacono for the Mount, Colleen Wishley from McKendree. Programs are piling the goals in this one. 29 combined goals with under 6 minutes to play in regulation. And the power play to come for the Mount. The Mountaineers may have a 5-meter penalty to come, and it might be Jason O'Donnell taking it. He got it in the first quarter and capitalized. Denied there by Scanlon. Rory Scanlon, tough to face, but Jacob Hollow of Gannon could be tough to get more votes for MAWPC top goalie honors in the Western Division this year. We'll go the other way, and I believe that's Kruska getting it back. Kruska, I believe, has at least 4 scores, at least 3 or 4 scores this season in the field. Off the elbow of Ori Scanlon, 2 meter from the 5 position. For the Mount, it's at least 5 now, if we're not mistaken. So if the result holds, Mount will drop to 2 and 3, while McKendree would improve to 3 and 0 with 1 game left on the weekend and maybe its regular season slate. Another 6 on 5 coming up for Mount St. Mary's. Haven't been able to capitalize on too many in this one. Had 8 goals on the counter in the 17-10 win yesterday, which was February 13th against Washington Jefferson. Shot clock winding down, takes a shot off the post. Shot clock does reset, but it's 6 on 6. Good take, O'Donnell. On a splash. Grabbed by Scanlon. How about Ori Scanlon? A busy Bearcat defending the cage. We'll get the offensive foul called against Michael Rojas. McKendree now is to be on defense. There's Mount in dark heading right to left. Ordinary foul. Scanlon with his left hand makes the grab. Now we're about 3 or so minutes left in this one. Might have been a deflection. And there had been. Job well done there for Kruska. Make sure it doesn't get past him. But McKendree now at the point. Inside. And that is an offensive foul. No goal. Kruska now with the outlet. And I see some frustration on the sideline for assistant coach Justin Vink for the Mount. Out to the top. Inside 6 meters now. 17 on the shot clock. Thinking about it. There's the cross. That's Casper Theiplick. Theiplick! But it looks like it's O'Donnell again. Casper Theiplick gave it to O'Donnell, and if it's him, that would be 6 markers for the freshman, Jason O'Donnell, which would be 23 in his collegiate career. So 8-goal difference. Each team with 2 apiece in this final regulation period. Kruska will get it back. 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth for the Mount. 6, 4, 7, and 2 for McKendree. And make that 3 now in the quarter for the Mount. O'Donnell might have 7. That would be his 3rd in the quarter if it's him. 24 goals maybe. For Jason O'Donnell. Matthew Haygood has 7 to lead McKendree. Liga Rodriguez has 4 for the Bearcats. Is that goalie interference? Yes, Kruska interfered. McKendree missed a penalty attempt in the second. See if Kruska can have another denial. Not this time. McKendree, its second 20-goal performance on the weekend. Successful for Michael Rojas. That would be his first score. And it's now McKendree and White 20, Mount 12. Whoops, that went off the noggin of a Mount player. It was incidental. Right in the arms of Scanlon. After this game, stay tuned at around 1 p.m. Eastern. McKendree plans on going back to the pool for its final contest of the weekend against the Mercyhurst Lakers of Erie. Off the post, we haven't seen Mercyhurst yet this weekend. Squad led by Curtis Robinette, 0-2 on the season. 9-6 loss to Gannon, 10-7 loss to Mount St. Mary's. The Mount's first ever opponent to lose to the Mountaineers. Scanlon's really been tight here. Allowed 6 goals in the first half, 6 so far here up to this point in the second half. 20-12. And make that 21. Second goal for Abraham Allen, number 6. To make it a 9-goal difference. Six times with 20 or more goals in 2019. This is already the second in a shortened schedule season with 20 or more. So the offense is there. The least goals scored this season, 13. The 13-11 win over the Gannon Golden Knights last night to snap the Golden Knights' lengthy regular season conference win streak, which started from 2015. That was the last time Gannon lost a regular season conference game That was a 1-goal loss back in 2015 to, I believe, Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst has lost 4 straight games. Not only 4 straight losses, but 4 straight MAWPC West losses in the 1 p.m. game today against McKendree. I believe that is the longest such drought for wins in MAWPC West play for Mercyhurst. It'll be interesting to see if McKendree can continue to surge against the Lakers. Mount not ready for this sequence. Now a breakaway attempt for Java Osorio. Pump fake. Now to the point. Now we'll dribble in there. And able to play target practice. How about Jackson Spencer with at least a second? I think that's maybe at least 6 players with multiple goals on the McKendree side. And it's McKendree and Dark White. Rather, 22 Mount St. Mary's and Dark 12. Closing moments perhaps here in our 10 a.m. Eastern contest. O'Donnell, number 5, may have 6 or 7 goals in this one, but it's not going to be enough. Now to play. Goal throw for Ori Scanlon, and that will just about do it. Valiant effort for the Mount. But 5, the free scoring one here in the 4th. What had been a 17-9 game entering the period. Too much for the Mount to overcome. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the game. The final score. McKendree Bearcats in the white 22. And in the Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers in the dark 12. Matthew Haygood had 7 goals to lead the Bearcats. 4 for Nico Rodriguez. 3, I believe, for Java Osorio. A pair each for Andrew Serrano, Jackson Spencer, Abraham Allen. Solo tally for Adam Serrano. So 7 goals for Jason O'Donnell, number 5 in dark for the Mount. Eli Phalos had a couple. Jason Fitch also got on the score sheet. Thank you for tuning in to CWPA Network's remote broadcast, courtesy of Cap 7 and the CWPA. Next game up is scheduled for 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern today, Sunday, February 14th, 2021, which would feature the Mercyhurst University Lakers and the McKendree University Bearcats. Stay tuned and don't forget to check us out online at collegiatewaterpolo.org to stay up to date on league news, schedules, and new initiatives as we continue to grow the sport. Again, the final score here in this one. It's McKendree in white 22, the Mount in dark 12.